Welcome back, my peoples. This is Gene coming to you with Reloading from the Hot Pot. Today, we got another black box in. We got a black box that says Tisas on it from the SDS Import Company. You know, you've been seeing a lot of guns from Turkey coming out these days. You know, Canik made the big splash in the United States. So much that actually the owners of Jonik actually now call it Canik. They've taken on the Americanized way that we say it, as to the way they say it. And then you've got other brands like Tisas, Gerson, and Sarselmaz that are really bringing in some nice pistols for a good budget price. Now, I have only opened the box and looked at it. Outside of my FFL opening it up to sign it in when it came in today, which I just happened to be sitting in a shop when this rolled in today. How convenient was that? So I'm going to open up this box and get everything out with you for the first time. Outside of looking at it, I have not taken anything out of the box. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the black box. Now, the black box does come with very nice rigid construction. It does say Tisas 1993 and SD imports on it. It says something else up here. It's Trabzon Sila Sanawaga. I can't read that. Can you read that? If you can read that or translate that, leave a message down below, okay? Gonna turn the box around. We got a nice carry handle, which actually props up for storage, so it doesn't get in the way. That's nice. It's got two lock tabs on it, one on each side, and it's got a very nice closing latch. Let's open this up and take a look. Now, as far as this gun goes, this Tisas PX9 Gen 3, there are two other generations out on this, and my FFL actually has a Gen 1 on the shelf. And I was going to purchase it. But when I seen that the Gen 3s were available online, I went to him and I ordered one. So let's open this box up and take a look. That's a nice box. That's what he told. Yeah, that's a nice box. Let's get all the goodies out of the way. Now, it does come with an 18-round magazine and one 19-round magazine, which is tucked away in here. It does come with one of those goofy speed loaders. Now, you know, all these manufacturers add these to them. I never use them. I got an Uplula. But here is the magazine for it with the +2 extension on it, 18 + 2. Makes it a 20-round magazine. Witness holes are only on one side, which is kind of disappointing. You know, for most people, a lot of people being right-handed shooters, you'd think the witness holes would be on this side of it. But they are not. And these are Metgar. See if we can get that to focus in there. Can we get that to focus? P226 magazines. These are Sig Sauer magazines. I already knew that because I watched GB Guns' tabletop review of this. But it comes with Sig P226 magazines. Now, the Sig P226 was actually discontinued as its, but there are still variants made by Sig Sauer that take the 226 magazines. So these are available and they're not that costly. Definitely not as much as some. Also in here, we get 2 extra back straps. Comes with one on the gun, and then 2 extra back straps. And kind of like the Sarselmaz or the H&K, whichever you want to say, it does come with grip panels too. So it comes with 3 sets of grip panels. This is 2 sets here, then 1 set is on the firearm itself. So we'll have to play with those and find a compromise for the grip itself. It also does come with a patch wand and a bore brush, and it also comes with a magwell, a detachable magwell. I think that is very nice. I like that. It is made of polymer, but it is a very nice magwell. Canik's been offering a lot of magwells with their Mete line now, which is also good. And if you can see back in there what I can see in that red, I believe I read that it says user manual. So let's get the user manual out and go through it and see how much information they want to put down, how much they care about their customers. After I set the box to the side, I decided to look at this, just a little closer. And I did find inside this bag with a set of the extra rear panels was actually, we have some screws for the red dot and a disassembly tool. Look at that. That comes with it. I didn't know this. Huh. Cool. Well, we got a disassembly tool with it and some screws for the red dot. So, yeah, they did include everything with it. Getting the user manual out. Yeah, we'll just pry that open a little bit. Push that back down. It's a nice firm fit in there. That should stay pretty good. And we'll go over the user manual. This is for the SDS Imports PX9 Gen 3 Duty, PX9 Gen 3 Duty Threaded Barrel, and then we have the PX9 Gen 3 Tactical with the threaded barrel. They all are single action. This one that I purchased was the PX9 Gen 3 Duty. So let's go through this user manual here. Index, safety, firearm safety rules. It's got decent illustrations of the pistol itself, a lot of things in black and in red. So it is printed in 3-tone. Very, very nice. Good, very good descriptions of everything. This one shows a safety. Mine is not a safety model. The Gen 3s, from what I have seen, I could be wrong, but from what I've seen are all non-manual safety models. Shows the disassembly of the firearm. Gives you the technical specifications of the firearm. This is the 4-inch barrel model. It is the duty model, and it has an exploded diagram of it and a complete parts list, which is that's nice for a manual. That's a lot better than some other high-priced firearms that I've purchased here recently. I'll tell you that. Their manuals are a little shoddy. Yeah, we'll say shoddy. All right, we're going to put this away and we're going to get out the star of the show. This gun is brand new, so everything with it is brand new too. So we'll get that little holster off there. That's actually kind of cool. There's a lot of other aftermarket companies that sell trigger guard holsters like this for pocket carry. So this one can actually be appendix carried. I don't think I would. It says Tisas on it, so it is specifically made for this, which is nice. It is adjustable. I'm trying to find, it is injection molded plastic, that's for sure. I'm trying to find some really, really nice things to say, but it's a little weird, but it came with it, use it for whatever you want. We're going to put that to the side. We're going to look at the pistol itself. This is the Tisas PX9 Duty Gen 3. Take a look around it a little bit. We're going to go ahead and lock slide back. We're going to take the chamber flag out of it. We're going to drop the magazine. Show empty. Show clear. This is a brand new firearm. Still got the tag on it. Look at that. Tag even says PX9 9mm. Includes holster and loader. Interchangeable back straps. 18+1 capacity. Well, 18+1 on one magazine and 20+1 on the secondary magazine. Let's just take a look around this real quick. I'm going to go off for just a second. I'm going to cut this little tag off of here. Boom! We got the tag off there. Let's just walk around this a little bit. It's got a very nice light weight to it. It is a compact model for duty carry. It is red dot optic ready, and it is cut and drilled for an RMR. As to my knowledge, there are no other plates available for this. I did look around a little bit about that, but being an RMR cut, you can put just about a couple dozen or so different optics on that. let's talk about some things here. Let's get a little more in depth about this. My initial feeling about the grip looks like it would be aggressive. It really does. It's got texturing all the way around, from the front, the sides, the back. It's even got a really nice little cross X pattern there. But let me tell you what, this is slick. If I'm going to keep this will definitely get some silicone carbide or some stippling done to it to get some more grip on this. Very, very slick. It does have a very nice feel to it in the hand. It does have a very nice feel. The undercut on the trigger guard is excellent. I mean, I can feel my finger getting up in there, and I've got no rough spots. It is rounded on each edge, so you're not going to get any of that knuckle that some gun manufacturers and some shooters get. The trigger guard itself is quite nice. It's got a little bit of texture here on the bottom with some lettering, so you could use that for a reference point. It also does have some texturing on the front of the trigger guard and a little lip if you want to do the European style hold shooting, where you actually put your index finger around that to help mitigate the recoil. It does have a nice 1913 Picatinny rail. It's got lots of slots in it. It's got 4 slots, which is good. You can use any size laser or light chainsaw or a hot dog bun warmer on there. Now, coming around here down to the magazine chute, it does have a little bit taken out there, almost like an extended magazine well. So you can see that cuts right there. If you can see that in that light, oh, there we go. Look at that. That's all the way around it. So that'll aid in the ease of insertion of magazines. Most excellent. It does have textured index points for your thumb or your finger on each side of it. That's kind of nice. Again, very, very smooth and slick, but you can still feel them. The disassembly lever is got a lot of texture to it. I mean, you could really use that. You could use that for some down pressure while you are shooting. I mean, that's in a perfect place. It's got perfect texture to it. That's really nice. It did come down a little bit on me. You might want to use the front of it in that case, more toward where the actual pin is at instead of the extension of the lever itself. The slide catch release does have some really nice bite on there. See that really nice texturing on there? And it does have a nice angle to it, so it can be used as a slide catch or a release. Take a look at this slide. I really like the angle cuts of this. I like guns like this. Canning started doing this, and there's a few other manufacturers that started doing this slide cut the way they do. So I really like the looks of it, and it does take a lot of weight off of the slide at the same time. It does have front and rear slide serrations. They're kind of grippy, kind of bitey. They got a nice little bite to them. Oh, this thing. Wow, that rack's nice. That does rack very, very nice. We'll go around the slide a little bit more. We've got bevel cuts on the front for anti-snag or reholstering, which does give it kind of a groovy look. Oh, YouTube police, I am actually looking down on a camera that is at 90 degrees. So I'm not pointing the gun at myself. It does have a rear striker indicator. The sights are blacked out rear and fiber optic green front, which, you know, these fiber optic rods, these can be purchased about anywhere, Amazon, eBay, dozens of companies have these. So if you'd like to change that, you can do that with minimal cost. I'm fine with the green on this. I'm good. It does have an optics cut plate. As I stated before, that is cut just for an RMR optic. And it does take the full size RMR. So you could put a Trijicon SRO on here. You could do a Hollow Sun. You could do a Swamp Fox. You could do about it, a lot of different optics. Dozens of companies make them with RMR footprints. The beaver tail is quite nice. It does have a nice high cut beaver tail. So the bore axis, you know, everybody's worried about bore axis, but actually the bore axis does come into play with, you know, follow-up shots and mitigating your recoil. So it does have a pretty nice beaver tail in here. You know, so you're not going to get any slide bite out of that. I couldn't find any information about what coating is on the slide. I dug around and I couldn't find anything. But it does look like it'd be a good durable finish. It's a matte finish to it. It's smooth, but still has a little bit of grainy texture to it, which is, you know, is going to aid in the charging of the firearm itself. I watched a couple other reviews on this firearm, and I have really been waiting to try this trigger out. It's got a really nice flat blade trigger with a dingus, safety dingus. Say dingus 10 times. So yeah, let's give this trigger a try. Nice and smooth. Does come to a little bit of a wall. I feel a little creep, and then the break. Let's try the reset. Not very audible and not tactile, but it is there. So the trigger, I'm going to guess that to be right around probably a 4.5 pound trigger. It's pretty light. I mean, compared to my Sarcel Mods, that is light. Let's do that one more time. You got just a little bit of take up. You got a defined wall right there. Then you push past the wall. You get a little creep. And it breaks pretty much at a 90. And then the reset. There's your reset. That felt great. For the price I paid for this pistol, that's got a better trigger than some of the pistols I've paid a lot more money for. Now the magazine catch is textured and does stick out. Does have a little runway ramp up to it. Nice little cutout here for your thumb. But the magazine release does seem very nice. Let's see how it kicks magazines out. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's not an ejection immediately, but it does kick them out smoothly. Oh, it pops them out nice too. Let's do that one more time. Yeah. Very impressed. Very impressed with this. I'm really looking forward to going out and taking this to the range. We're going to do a field strip on it real quick here, and then we'll be to the conclusion of my thoughts. We're going to do a quick field strip on this, show you how to take this apart, just for general cleaning and maintenance of this article we have here, this remote controlled hole puncher. And then we'll come back with our thoughts. Now the disassembly of this is like a lot of other firearms. You lock the slide back. You always look to make sure it's clear. No ammo in the area. Then you take this lever and slide this lever down. Release the slide, pull the trigger, and it comes apart. Inside the frame, we have some really nice beefy rails, front and back. Those are excellent. The machining in here, oh, it came apart with the magazine in it. Imagine that. The machining in here looks very nice, very controlled, very simple. Take a look at that. Sit that to the side. We're going to look at the barrel. Comes apart like all the other major manufacturers do. Pop the barrel out. This is a 4-inch, I believe it's hammer forged steel barrel. Nice locking lugs on it. If you want to see a more in-depth review than mine, also check out GB Guns. Graham Bates did a very, very excellent review of this. And he showed that this actually has excellent chamber support using his Nosler match. I hope he doesn't mind me mentioning him out here though, but I do watch his channel and do like it. There's a slight crown on the barrel there, on the tip of the barrel. Focus in there, if you can see that. A little bit of crown cutting there, not much, but a little bit. Inside the slide itself, we have some excellent machining. I mean, I see a couple little marks down in there, but not much. Looks like just about everything else. You get your safety plunger right there. You can see your spring for your pin in the back. This has not been fired yet, but it definitely will be fired, that is for sure. Just take a look around it. I think it's very nice. Very good positive. And for the money you'll pay for these, I mean, you can catch these on sale at Classic Firearms and other online sites. Lock that back. Flip that forward. Check function. Get everything back to working order. So we did it right. And that's how you field strip this for your general maintenance and cleaning as per firearms manufacturers. Now we're going to go with my overall impressions of the firearm. When I went and picked this up today and he opened the box and I seen it, I knew I had a winner. And after seeing the other reviews on it, I was sure I had a winner. I get it back here, do this review on it. I'm holding it in my hand. It feels natural. It's got a nice natural feel to it. I really like the undercut of the trigger guard and this little bump right here because, well, it just gives you your reference point immediately. It seems more natural. The magazine's kicking out of it so nice. That's excellent. I know a couple other manufacturers that charge twice what this firearm cost, and their magazines do not kick out that nicely out of them. Of course, they are Met Guard too. The trigger's amazing, absolutely amazing. To feel that trigger, you got to buy one to feel it. You really do. You're not going to be able to rent one of these at a range because they're just not that popular. I'm really happy with the finish on the slide. It's got to be some kind of a Tenefer or whatever DLC or whatever, whatever they're using on that. It does look really good. It's a nice even coating of it. So they did an excellent job with that. The takedown, common for pistols, very common. Yeah, I like the green fiber optic with the blacked out rear with the serrated. Really like that. That's a combat style sight. It's got the ledge there if you would need to rack it off of anything. And these sights look awfully familiar from another Turkish company, don't they? It does almost resemble Warren tactical sights on a Canik. Those do, don't they? Those are really close. The only negative I can find with this is the texture. Now, I don't know if Talon Grips makes grips for this or not. I'm probably going to end up doing a stipple job to this to get some more traction on there in all the spots. I will leave the sections as they are. And I'm also going to change the side panels and the rear panel to see what suits me because, well, it does feel kind of small in my hands. Most manufacturers put the mediums on all the way around for in the box. So I'm really looking forward to getting the large out and putting the large on here to see how this fits my hand. The magazine release, I do not have to break my grip to hit the magazine release. In the correct spot, it's got a nice amount of texture to it. Very nice. Very nice. Good job, Tisas, with your PX9 Gen 3 duty model. Very impressed. Very impressed. So, we're going to get this out, take it to the range. We'll do a little range review of it. First shots impression. I've got some factory 115, I've got some factory 124, and I also have my hand loads that I'll be trying through it and see how it cycles. I also have some hand loads done up with small rifle primers because my CZ and my staccato will eat them. No misfires with using the hammer fired guns. We'll see if this striker fired can handle them or not. We shall see. Well, thank you very much for watching my pupils. I greatly appreciate you. And always remember to keep blowing the smoke.